Welcome in everybody. Welcome to Underground Crypto. I got a great show for you guys tonight. Hope everybody is enjoying the holiday time. Shout out to Blues Guy, Camsta, Melissa, and everybody else in the community who I'm sure will be showing up here shortly as we are running through our mini tunnels on our way to the Crypto Underground moon base. All right, I made that up, but it sounded cool. I will catch everybody in a couple of minutes. Let's go. All right, everybody, we're getting close to that underground base. Look at us just running into the base here. Definitely love this new load up into crypto bubbles, right? Because that's where we come out at every single time. What's going on in this chat? What's up, Camsta, Blues Guy, Melissa? Thanks for putting that. Please don't forget to tap the like button, subscribe to the channel. I went ahead and pinned that. Come on, touch that bottom. It's Christmas until you have coal for a heart. Hey, some people might have coal for a heart. You never know. All right, let's check out this crypto bubbles. What do we got going on? They all got little Santa hats on. 'Tis the season. Pippin's up 32%. Heard a lot of people really turn against this coin. I don't blame them. I'm not a big fan. It's the ugliest unicorn around. That's about all they have going for them that I know of. Some kind of tech behind it, but I am not going to pretend like I took the time to really understand what it was about. Midnight, we know that's all up in the Cardano ecosystem. It's kind of interesting to have a coin that is very, Cardano centric when there hasn't been a lot of coins that are like, all about the Cardano ecosystem in a while, right? Maybe Snek, which is a meme coin. Then we got Rain. Rain is up 11%. And what else? Canton Network's up 4.8%. Other than that, Pump.Fun is down 8.6%. And yes, please everybody smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Discord. We're going to be talking about XRP tonight and XRPL and the ecosystem. Just wanted to bring a fun topic. No matter what you know about it, there's probably something you might learn. You never know. That is raising that crypto IQ, which is our MO at this channel. That is the whole point of the channel, is to raise people's crypto IQ. Like when the lifer comes on and BTC explodes. Yep. I mean, it's around the same time, Monday through Friday, right, guys? Every day that it moves. T-Fuel, 14.5%. Theta Fuel, Haven't seen that thing matter in a long time. Oh, it just literally disappeared. Y'all saw that? T-Fuel just literally disappeared off the map. That was kind of weird. Did I do that? I don't think so. Quantum resistant ledger. Interesting narrative. I see quantum resistance at one point being a very hot narrative. Monad up 7.9% today to about 2 cents, barely 2 cents. Fast token down 19%, beat down 36%, humanity down 19.7% as humanity was up quite a bit yesterday. Same with fast token. And let's hop down at least one more 100 here. Avant is up 30, Avantis, sorry. Ticker Avant is up 30.6%. Rave 16.3%. Rave is a newer token. We've been over it a few times. Impossible Cloud Network token up 14.5%. There's T-Fuel. I guess it had fallen. It had fallen down to the next 100. Okay, well that's where it disappeared to. We got Cow Protocol up 7.4%. I believe that Cow Protocol was created by Gnosis. Maybe there is like kind of a copy and name there. I'm not sure. Drift Protocol up 6%. And eHex, which I'm not really familiar with eHex. It is down 9.1%. Nisa Global down. River down. VThor, which is, I'm pretty sure, the governance token. And we got Allo. Allo is down 11.8%. So very mixed, very sideways action. That's my analysis here. And let's run through some numbers and see where everything is at right now. Again, everybody, we will be talking about XRP tonight. Bitcoin. And really, we're talking about the XRP ecosystem. Of course, we're going to kind of cover XRP briefly, but we really want to dive into the ecosystem a little bit more. 87,571 as it changes right before our very eyes for Bitcoin, still holding over 3 trillion for the entire market cap of crypto. Ethereum 2,966. I love to see us getting back to being, close to Bitcoin at 90,000 and Ethereum over 3,000. It did hit 3,000 as we did hit 90,000. If you look at the charts, they're pretty. Those levels really line up. Like, I don't know how well you can see it. I guess it is right above my head. I forget what my head blocks in the little corner here. But if you see where my mouse is and you look right here where we pumped up, right about there, we went over 3,000 for ETH. But same thing here, BTC above it. And we went to 90,000 above that. So those are kind of key levels in my mind. BNB $844. XRP at $1.88. Still down 2.9% in the last 7 days. Would love to see that change. Solana $123, Tron 28 cents, Dogecoin 12 cents, 12.9, so really like 13 cents. Cardano, is it getting any love? I mean, it did the same thing there, pumped and then dropped. Any love with the whole midnight trending and everything like that? Doesn't really seem like it. 36 cents, up 0.4% in the last hour, but other than that, down 5.8% in the last 7 days for Cardano. Chainlink $12.38, down 4.1% in the last 7 days. Everything kind of up on the hour though, so maybe we're starting to get a small move there. Monero XMR $446. XLM 21 cents, Zcash 418 cents, Litecoin $77. I don't think I usually read Litecoin. Hyperliquid $24.27, down 10.3% in the last 7 days. Bet Lifer's still very glad he sold that coin. SWI at $1.43, down 5%. I own a little bit of SWI. I hate to see it. When we get back to these numbers, I'm like, man, if only I had, the hindsight I have now, I would have sold it and got back in, but you never know. That's also a good way to get washed, because many times I've sold thinking we were going to get lower price, and then it just pumped, and then the next thing you know, I'm buying higher. So you got to be careful with that. AVAX is $12.20, HBAR 11 cents, and let's see if we're still in the top 100 for Flare. Doesn't look like it. 100 is Filecoin today. Flare is 102. Yesterday, I know Blue Sky wasn't here because he had a show, which I hope went very well. Flare was back in the top 100 yesterday. Now we're back to 102. Let's go ahead and hop over to the highlights, to the trending coins, and then let's take a look at what's going on in this chat. It says, today I'm so happy and grateful for having time to be here with all of you tonight, Yeah, that's awesome, man. Gratitude is the attitude, and I couldn't concur enough. I'm actually really excited about doing this show tonight. Not that I'm not normally, but some shows I get a little more excited about the topic than others. Let's manifest for a good Christmas for those in need. There you go. Like when the lifer comes on and BTC explodes. Okay, I did read that. And take care of your body. That's the only place you got to live. Jim Rohn. Live in gratitude and give thanks to Underground Crypto and his dedication to bring you knowledge. Hey man, thanks for saying that. Thank you, Underground Flare, baby. Oh yeah, Flare is gearing up, cranking up, coiling up, about to pop. I'm not shaken by the low prices. Yeah, it's a good time to buy. I actually keep meaning to buy some more Flare. I really need to do that. How did your show go? Melissa wants to know, Blue Sky, and I also would like to know. All right, so now we're over at what's trending. We got Avantis, which I haven't really heard a whole lot about recently, so these pumps are interesting. We'll come back to that in just a minute. Look for things that you don't recognize or that you think are new coins, right? So Avantis, Bitcoin, Monad, Aave, Hyperliquid, Pudgy Penguins, Midnight, Zcash, Chainlink, Pole. That's definitely not new. Maple Finance was getting a little bit of hype at one point, and then this is the first time I've seen it trending again. Dogecoin, yeah, trend the heck out of that thing because I own a little bit of it. Cardano, Pippin getting to 50% in the last 7-day move. What's that all about? And Aster, to see Avantis and Aster, you know, that makes a lot of sense. Look at that chart, though, in the last 7 days for Avantis. Who knew that Avant was what we needed to get in? All right, let's go take a look at the Fear and Greed Index as it is at 24 right now. Let's refresh it, make sure I got the latest numbers here. 24. Yesterday was 24. That lines up with my memory here. 7 days, 16, and a month ago, 20. So we've just kind of been... We've been in this lull where we're like almost out of extreme fear, and then we get pulled into extreme fear a little bit, and then we kind of almost get out of it and get pulled back in it. That's what it's felt like for probably about a month, right? Overall market cap of crypto is still above 3 trillion, but it's down 1.14% today. All right, let's go look at what is trending on Crypto Rank as I knock things over here on my desk. Block Street, we talked about yesterday. Fala, I've heard of it before, but we didn't talk about it yesterday. It wasn't on here. High Street, we talked about that. Angelic Shift, you know, Mystery Monday, we really spend a lot of kind of extra time going over these things. You got Tether Gold, Athena, Zcash, Say. Everybody wants to call it Psy, but I've been corrected. It's supposed to be Say. Solana, Optimism, Arbitrum, Aave, and Jupiter. How did all that trading for Peppercorn? Was eating right before the stream. How did all that trading go on Aave, Camsta? Said pump and dump Pippin, right? Show went amazing. The owner made free food all night. Lots of gifts, lots of happy people. That's what I love to hear. Anime screwed me big time today. That's a coin, right? You're not talking about watching anime, right? XRPH Healthcare making moves. The Gap Man 99. It's very interesting that you would say that. Maybe you came in. Maybe you followed me from some of my XRPH healthcare videos that I made. Manipulation Pump, Camsta, at the Gap Man. Hey, thanks for being here. If you're not already subscribed, smash the like button. I don't know how you knew that we like XRPH as much as you can like it. Now it says it's down 1.6% in the last 24 hours. Now you got me interested. Hold on, let me go check this out. I do hold some XRPH. I like a few things in the XRPL, you know, ledger. So let's go to the last 24 hours. When it ran up here to about 3 cents and pulled back. This chart looks like a lot of action, but you got to think like we're at 0.029 and this was at the top 0.03. So it's very little actual move. For some reason, CoinGecko can never seem to figure out the market cap. I don't understand what that's about, because if I go to Coinbase, they always have it. I don't know what the deal is there. Let's see. I want to see if Crypto Rank has the market cap. No, it says NA. I don't know why nobody can figure it out, but then Coinbase has it, no problem. And we could talk about this at another time. I do have a pre-recorded video about XRPH. Maybe we'll bring that back up. That seems like more in line with something we would be looking at when we go into their ecosystem. I've had it for years, bought at 0.017 XRPH Healthcare. Yeah, they looked promising. They were supposed to be merging with a company that's already on the stock market. That gave people quite a bit of hopium. Haven't really seen any big price action out of it yet. At one point, it did pump. Like, I put a couple $100 in there, and it was worth a couple of thousand at one point, and then it kind of went back down. So it is what it is. I'm still waiting for, you know, that whole XRPL, XRP ecosystem to really heat up at some point. But I don't think that's really going to happen until we see XRP do some numbers, maybe return to where it was. XRPH refers to, XRP Healthcare, a Web3 platform for using the XRPL Ledger, fast, transparent payment in pharmaceutical healthcare industry, aiming to simplify transactions and improve access. Particularly, one thing I thought was interesting, for me it would never do any good, is they do have an app on, you know, both Google and the Apple Store. And if you get your prescriptions filled kind of through them, however that works, you actually earn XRPH. Now, how much and all of that jazz, I don't actually know, but it's almost like mining it. So I guess if you were, I mean, it could be a heck of a proposition if you had been getting your pharmaceuticals this whole time kind of through their app and earning XRPH for free, and then XRPH ends up taking off. That could be substantial, but there's no guarantees because this is crypto. But I like to see somebody doing something with healthcare, right, in the blockchain space. All right, so let's get back into it. Block Street, we went over quite a bit yesterday. Fallow, I haven't been over in a while. We kind of covered that. And then let's come over to our top 20 visited in the last 7 days over here on Crypto Rank. We got ZK Pass, Boy, Midnight, Andrea, which is also known as Dawn, is the ticker. Jensen, Fuse, a new one on my radar. Octra, we've been over. RateX, ETHGas, Redot payment. I want to say Red Dot, but I think it's a Redot payment. Lighter, again, back on the radar. Somebody was saying yesterday that Lighter is about to do their token generation event. We'll look into that a little bit. So we'll go back to Crypto Rank and kind of start there for, I just want to look at Avantis and this recent price action, right? So if you go to categories, it's DeFi. It is perpetuals and derivatives made in the USA. So this was kind of the first thing to take off, the first big notable one in the decentralized exchange space, and then Aster came in and kind of really stole all of its thunder. It still has $91.8 million in its market cap at the time of this recording. Cough came out of nowhere. All right, so the 7-day chart says it's up 35%, 24 hours says up 29.1%, but the max chart says it's up 51%, and the max chart would be from September 8th, 2025. So keep in mind, this has really not even been around that long. Now, for crypto, you could say that was a long time. When it came out, it immediately had this run up to $2.33, and has since pulled back quite a bit. Looks like most recent lows around 22 cents, and now we're back to 34 cents. So are we heating back up with the decentralized exchanges? I kind of said this the other day. It might have been Monday. It must have been Monday, where I was saying, look, we keep seeing trending projects that are decentralized exchanges. There was like 2 new decentralized exchanges trending. And so what does that tell us? That tells us that there's some attention around it. And then next thing you know, Avantis and Aster are on our radar again, right? But it's really funny because Aster is not up. In the last 7 days, it's actually down 13.4%. But Avantis is up 36.1% in the last 7 days. So if you look at attention and where people are speculating, I would have to say that Avantis is kind of the clear winner. Now, what does that mean? If people are playing off of the idea of decentralized exchanges, this is just my thought pattern here. This is not financial advice, but you might want to look to see Avantis have a pullback tomorrow and Aster start getting a pump. We'll check back in tomorrow and see if that turns out to be true. What do we got going on here? I also have the wallet. It works pretty good. Okay, that's good to know. I hold my XRPH over on MEXC Global, I believe. I have some Avant or Avantis, says Melissa. That's cool. What do you guys think of Corium and Sologenic? Both of those sound incredibly familiar. I think I've been over both. The Gatman, are those both XRP Ledger coins, or are they just coins that you're interested in? Just curious. I will look at them for you. First, I kind of want to continue here. We covered a lot of things in depth yesterday, so I just want to kind of spare everybody from just like beating it to death, because tomorrow they'll probably be trending. We'll probably at least check in on them again, right? Fala is privacy enhanced permissionless computing protocol, so computation. Fala dedicated itself to the infrastructure of Web3 privacy protection, so category, hint, hint, privacy, providing confidential computation services for all blockchain in Polkadot ecosystem, gross, ew, based on substrate built confidential smart contracts applying TEE blockchain hybrid structure. I'm pretty much out on Polkadot. I've seen nothing really all that exciting out of their coin as price action or technology. You know, maybe some people know, maybe you don't know, that Polkadot was actually the blockchain, the company, the project, whatever you want to say, that coined the term Web3. So that shows you from the early days, you know, how involved they kind of were. But I haven't seen anything meaningful out of Polkadot. People have talked a lot about the guy who founded and runs Polkadot being an absolute piece of garbage. And I'm not going to get into that. But there's a lot of accusations there that I do think have some weight to them. Market cap, 30.6 trillion. What am I talking about? 30.6 million in market cap. Where did I get trillion from? All right. And again, I don't know if it's really worth going over this too much. The new cloud for confidential AI. As you can see, it's not a new token, right? Let's pull up the chart. Let's go to the weekly, where we can see a little clearer when this thing came out. I mean, it's way down. That shouldn't surprise anybody. Everything is way down. 21 of June 2021, right? So 2021, this thing came out. Had like two decent pumps off the bottom here, and that's about it. Oh wait, sorry, 3. I gotta move over. This last one was pretty decent, but look, the pump was way harder, but the pullback was even harder, right? You really broke below this support here at 0.07 that you got. Let's see. I don't know if this is worth saying, but we'll go ahead and show it just so people understand kind of how this works. Bing. All right, you see that support? We'll pull it up. Bounced. Let's pull up the pin. That'll make it easier. So we bounced there. Bounced here. Can even say you bounced there. You bounced here. You bounced here. You bounced here. That's a lot of bounces, right? That's 6 times it bounced off, and then it lost it right there. So, you know, it is what it is. This is crypto. Welcome, welcome. Let's go to their Twitter, see how much attention they're still getting. Merry Christmas, Grandma. Thank you for hopping in and saying hello. 142.9 thousand followers for this fella. It's in privacy, so I would say positionally, I could see maybe why it's trending right now. I don't know. Do they have like some kind of big update out or something? August 28th, 54,000. That was a long time ago, and they haven't even reached 100% impressions to followers. That's a little bit worrisome, especially for how old it really is. 2K, less than 1,000, less than 1,000, 3.5 thousand. It's like one of the best normal posts they've had in a while. Officially SOC Type 2.1 and HIPAA compliant. Okay. So maybe they're quietly building in the background and the insiders are getting ready to move this thing. I have no idea. I'm not overly excited about this token. When your users trust AI, trust creates a powerful cycle that drives business growth and market leadership. So trust AI, unlock use case, win the market. Okay. So they have a lot of, it looks like DeepSeek integration here. And I thought they were all about privacy. So build AI people can trust. Okay, so they're privacy, but they're also AI. Hardware secured computation platform that delivers verifiable AI with enterprise-grade privacy. Deploy confidential AI models with TEE protection in minutes. All right, so I would say actually the category is more AI, and then the niche is maybe AI privacy, right? All right, let's move on from this. Again, Phala is not a new token. I think a lot of times when tokens are not new, unless they have some kind of big upgrade or something come out, they're not likely to get a lot of attention. Now, this is High. High Street is a play-to-earn open-world metaverse that incorporates shopping. Let's see what else it says. Shopping, gaming, NFTs, and brands with an MMORPG experience. 8.3 million in market cap. See if we can, and this thing's been around a little while. This is the part with these projects that they kind of lose me in an excitement, that's for sure. It's because they've been around too long. The 13th of December 2021. So keep in mind, you're building a MMORPG kind of virtual world gaming thing. That probably takes a while to build. Why they don't really nail something down and have a working product before they come out onto the scene with a token generation event, I think that's a better move. But sometimes maybe they need to raise money and capital for their grand idea and development. But if they haven't really done much of anything since 2021, what's the high speculation that they're going to just do something amazing now? What is that about? So you got to sign in to be able to play. I did want to look into this a little bit more. All right, it's moving a little slow. Forever FOMO Duck Squad, packed with utility. Ducks are high street native, innovative and helpful partners. Homes, your personal space to customize, invite friends over and earn rewards. All-terrain trailer, the solarium. I mean, this could have some cool stuff built into it. Again, I've never played it, so I don't really know. We do DeFi gaming on Friday, so like I'm kind of letting that one cook on the back burner. I'm going to see if I can get anything playable, see where they're at before Friday. But today I don't want to spend too much time on it. I really want to get to this XRPH ecosystem. And with that being said, we're not going to click on things that we've already been over. We can do that again tomorrow. Midnight, again, is the Cardano coin of, I don't know, the last couple of months for sure. Let's look at Fuse. Now I'm just going to click on the ones I've never looked at. Fuse is a decentralized renewable energy network offering distributed energy resources, DER installation. No token generation event. They've raised $160 million. Okay, well, they're a serious contender then here. Blues Guy says, Sologenic is a blockchain ecosystem on the XRPL Ledger focused on bridging traditional finance with crypto by tokenizing real-world assets like stocks, ETFs, and commodities, allowing them to be traded on decentralized exchanges. Says Merry Christmas. Season greetings. Absolutely. Happy Festivus. That must be a Canadian thing, Camps. I don't know what that means. Blues Guy dropping knowledge. Merry Christmas, everyone. And shout out to the Gap Man. Thank you for being here. I haven't seen that name a bunch. Maybe you're somebody in the community on a different profile. But if not, man, join the Discord. We'd really love to have you around. Looks like maybe you came in because of the XRP ecosystem, XRP Ledger kind of narrative topic that we're going over today. If that's so, man, you're very welcome here. There's quite a few people here who love XRP, Flare. You know, we talk about Flare quite a bit. As a community, we've hopped on calls in the voice channel of our Discord and kind of showed everybody. Blues Guy really centered in it, showed us all how to get, staked with Flare, wrap XRP, stake it with Firelight. So there's a lot of cool things there. If that's what you're really into, I think you'd enjoy this community a lot. All right, let's go to the website of Fuse. You know how everybody, when you talk and have to talk a lot, you just have like these little things that you happen to say a lot, but you have all kinds of different things. It's funny because the more I do this show, the more you're like hyper aware of them. But what's really funny is that you'll start getting rid of them, right, and not saying certain things, little phrases, and then new ones will come in and you'll say those constantly. So are you really even upgrading, or are you just swapping out for different phrases? I don't know. I don't worry about it too much. I just find it really funny. Especially I noticed it when I would watch a lot of other crypto YouTubers, or YouTubers in general. All right, easy saving, easier support, 24 hours a day. Switch and save up to 200 pounds. So the fact that this has everything to do with pounds and stuff, this must be very Europe. I mean, the fact that it has a lot to do with EV, electric, energy in general here makes me really feel like Green New Deal and Green New type of category, you know, Green New Deal ideology. Let's put it that way. So export, track your solar and battery performance. This is just all about energy. I gotta admit that this narrative doesn't excite me very much. In America where I live, it's very much fallen from favor, right? The small time where like electric vehicles and all that stuff was just seen in a very positive light, like you were saving the world single-handedly by buying a Tesla or something like that. Well, then everybody switched on Elon, and then nobody wanted a Tesla. They were literally in America just like, you know, keying your car at best, if not worse things. And yeah, that's all kind of gone. So I'm kind of out on a lot of that stuff right now. Borrowing with Kinetic, lending with Kinetic, staking with Firelight, minting with Flare. Oh man, Flare baby, right there with you, Blues. Yep, I absolutely am too. It's nice that you actually use these tokens. For me, it's just price go up and goes up, price goes down. Yeah, Campsta, you gotta stake some things. You gotta hold some things a little longer. In my opinion, that's where a lot of the beauty of DeFi is. So XRPH Healthcare got some sort of trademark in the US. Got any knowledge of this? They posted on X. Gatman, I got you, brother. I can't say that I know a ton about it, but I have heard some rumors. I heard a bunch of rumors about this about to happen, so I don't know if it's happened in the last, I don't know, week and a half. But we're going to dig into that. Let me get through the last couple trending things here. Because at the beginning of our show, if you don't know Gatman, a lot of times we are keeping our ears to the street, and we're looking at what's trending. We're looking at new coins coming out on the radar. We're looking at what people are searching that is trending, that's maybe signaling a narrative shift. Like right now we're seeing decentralized exchanges kind of getting a little bit of buzz. Maybe that information could be good to speculate with. You never know. This is called RateX. RateX protocol is a decentralized exchange built on Solana. Look at that. Look at that. Vindicated at last. So I was just talking about how this narrative yesterday, there were like two different, not this one, but two different centralized or decentralized exchanges that were trending and popular over here on Crypto Rank. And then here's another one. So if we're seeing this flare up, we're seeing Avantis and Aster back on our radar. What is that telling us? There's some kind of hype coming, or is at least getting a little bit of exposure right this second around decentralized exchanges. So this is another decentralized exchange. Once I know that, a couple of things. One, I want to know when they came out, right? So this coin token generation event, not the project as a whole, but the token generation event since the 19th of December 2025. So that was literally just a couple days ago, right? 4 days ago, 3 days ago. 57.3 million in market cap. And then I want to go over to the Twitter because I want to see, or X, whatever. I want to see how much attention they've gotten so far. 23,000, nothing big, right? This is still what I consider very much under the radar, even though their market cap of 57.9 million is pretty respectable, to be honest with you. But maybe you could say it's still small for a decentralized exchange, right? For liquidity in an exchange or something, it might be kind of small. December 18th, 58,000 impressions, so double what they have followers from literally like 2 days, you know, not 2 days ago, a day before the token generation event, about 4 days from now, 5 days from now. RTX tokenomics is live now. So here's their tokenomics, vesting schedule, all of that jazz. Let's kind of look at it. So they'll be close to 100% vested, not at 100%, but close in like 2028. This kind of goes month by month here. So it looks like every 3 months you're getting token unlocks here at December 2026, like a little bigger than normal. And that's for the team, the treasury, the ecosystem, and investors. Investors don't start unlocking coins until 2026, which could be a good setup for them to have some time to do well before people start dumping on them. Interesting tokenomics. If you don't understand tokenomics, throw a 111 in the chat. Let me know that you don't really feel confident when it comes to tokenomics. And then let's go get their website, because one of the decentralized exchanges that I looked at yesterday, I was actually pretty excited about even using. And keep in mind, we've gone to every decentralized exchange that we could find and pulled up their actual exchange, right, the actual product. And I wasn't impressed with a lot of them. But this one, you could trade anything from like stocks to gold, silver, to all the cryptos you could think of. It was an aggregator. I wish I could remember what that was. All right. Their website didn't seem to have a product that I could actually go to, so I'm going to assume that's not out. Re.pay is kind of the last new one here. Re.pay is developing a digital asset payment infrastructure. I feel like we've been over this before. They've raised $194 million. That's respectable in my opinion. You can build with $194 million, right? Now, will they run off into the sunset with the money? I have absolutely no idea. Where crypto meets real life. They have 126.7 thousand followers. Pin post is from December 16th, so not that long ago. 119,000 impressions. Almost 100% impressions to follower ratio. So I would say attention pretty good. They got a decent looking short video going on here. And then if you roll 20 hours ago, 3.7 thousand impressions. From December 21st, 13,000 impressions. This just kind of tells me how many people they can get information out in front of when they post. I think that's a good analytic to kind of keep in your mind if you can kind of categorize these things. Also, Coinbase Ventures is one of the people that they've raised money here. So that $194 million really is only coming from, what do we got here? 10 different venture capitalist companies. That's a lot of money from only 10 companies. I think that's considerable. All right, so now we can kind of move on here. We got some things on the burner that we got some excitement here for the XRPL Ledger and which XRPL Ledger is kind of the same thing as saying the XRP ecosystem, right? And we're going to talk a little bit about how all that works out. And I'm going to talk about, we'll go to XRPH Twitter and see what they've put out. Yeah, Blues Guy's telling you what the XRPL Ledger is. I've been lurking in the background, but he said, I saw your original XRP healthcare video. I think he was saying, like you said. Awesome, man. I'm glad that you're here from that. The Vault wallet is powered by XRPA net. So like XRPaynet. I believe the XRPaynet coin will also run on XRPL Ledger. Yeah, another one that we've looked at that I found rather interesting is XRT. XRP Turbo. I bought a tiny bit of that. I just kind of shifted. I had like $35 and then I threw it in Pepe. It turned into like $200 and I just swapped it over in Bitmart into XRT. I did like that you could buy XRT from Bitmart and almost no other exchanges had it. So I thought that was really interesting. They obviously kind of launched over on Bitmart. If you ever want to use Bitmart, there is a link in the description. It is my affiliate link, not hiding anything about that. All right, so let's go over here and hope it didn't mess up my notes. All right, so let's talk about it a little bit. Let's jump into it. It is 9:11. We started at 8:30, so we are kind of getting close to our first hour here. I think it's about time. I had a dream. You guys know about that. Flare. Hey, Blues Guy has a dream. You got to pay attention when people got a dream, What XRP is and what it is not. So XRP is a native digital asset of the XRP Ledger. XRPL is how that is usually represented, right? It is not, they're talking about XRP. XRP is not a smart contract token and is not issued by Ripple Labs. XRP exists at the protocol level and serves 3 primary functions. So this is what XRP is: a bridge asset for value transfer, a native fee mechanism to prevent spam, a liquidity intermediary between currencies, hence the cross-border payment narrative. XRP was fully created at Genesis with a fixed supply of 100 billion XRP. No new XRP can be minted. That is a good thing to remember. The XRP Ledger, or XRPL again, at the protocol level. So the XRP Ledger is distributed, open source blockchain designed for fast settlement, low transaction cost, high throughput, and deterministic finality. So pretty much everything that you would want out of a blockchain. It's fast, low cost, high throughput, meaning it can handle a lot of transaction, and deterministic finality, like it is, it's done when it's done, right? No ifs and buts about it. Key characteristics: 3 to 5 second finality, transaction fees measured in fractions of cents, no mining, and no proof of work. If you've ever used XRP to send money, maybe do a different exchange from Coinbase to somewhere else, man, is it amazing. As far as how much it costs you and how fast it is, it's almost instant, and it costs usually much less than a penny. It's almost, a lot of times it'll say 0, right? It's pretty crazy. XRPL prioritizes payment efficiency and reliability over general purpose programmability. XRPL consensus mechanism, unique node list model. So if you're wondering, like, what is it? Is it proof of work, proof of stake? It is a unique node list model, and we're going to get into that a little bit more. So XRPL uses a federated consensus model, not proof of work or proof of stake. Key elements: validators maintain unique node list, or UNLs. Consensus is reached when 80% agreement is achieved. Validators do not earn block rewards. So what do they do in place of that? Well, let's find out. This design emphasizes fast agreements, predictable finality, and low energy usage. Security comes from validator density and reputation rather than economic slashing. The role of validators in XRPL: validators propose and validate transactions, right? That should be a little bit self-explanatory. Participate in consensus rounds, do not receive direct financial rewards. Validators are run by independent entities, universities, exchanges, infrastructure providers. Ripple as one participant, not a controller. XRPL governance relies on social consensus and validator coordination rather than on-chain governance tokens. So no on-chain governance tokens. XRP as a bridge asset. XRP's original design centers on liquidity bridges. Use cases include converting one currency into another without pre-funded accounts, reducing reliance on Nostro or Vostro banking relationships, enabling fast cross-border payments. XRP's speed and low cost make it suitable for intermediary assets in payment flows. We know that that is pretty much what it is designed to do. All right, he's explaining what XRT is. Gatman indeed is on the XRPL. Nice. Okay, looks like I've got the chat covered there. Everybody picking up what I'm putting down, throw a 111 in the chat if you enjoy this topic, if you're glad that I'm going over this. Do you understand what we're saying so far? Have you put a 333 if you actually learned anything you didn't know yet? So are you trying to distribute Flare to us so you can secretly and quietly sell your position? We see you, buddy. Camp, so you're hilarious. You know Blues Guy's not doing that. Ripple Lab relationship to XRP and XRPL. All right, so now we're going to talk about Ripple Labs as a company, private company, and their relationship here. So they develop software for financial institution, contribute code to the XRPL, and hold a significant amount of XRP escrowed. Ripple does not control the XRPL network, validator consensus, or transaction validations, at least not publicly. Ripple products like RippleNet and ODL use XRP, but XRPL exists independently of Ripple Labs. There's a lot of good distinctions here that maybe you didn't have it straight. Melissa says 111. I understand everything you're saying. Thank you. Absolutely. Just checking in with everybody. See you, crazy distorted eyes, bro. Said, you see me with crazy distorted eyes. Hey, that's well said. So, XRP escrow system. Ripple placed a large position of XRP holdings into a time-locked escrow. Key fact: escrow releases up to 1 billion XRP per month. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have been kind of mad at them for this, and they kind of think that this selling pressure is what's kept the price down. Okay, maybe. I'm not sure if when it's released, if it goes into circulating supply. I'm not exactly sure how that works. Hopefully they will tell us. Unused XRP is typically re-escrowed. So, okay. So they use some of it, and then what isn't? So like it unlocks, and then what, they sell some, and then what they don't sell goes back into escrow. Escrow provides supply transparency. This system was designed to reduce market uncertainty and provide predictable supply dynamics. Native features of the XRPL ledger. So includes several built-in protocol features, including native decentralized exchange, pathfinding for payments, issue currency or IOUs, trust lines, and multi-signature support. These features exist at protocol level, not via smart contract. That's a good distinction, right? These are not smart contracts, they're at the protocol level. XRPL, decentralized exchange. XRPL includes one of the oldest on-chain decentralized exchanges. That's very interesting. Characteristics: order book based, supports XRP and issued assets integrated directly into the ledger. The DEX allows asset swaps, liquidity provisions, and path-based payments. Unlike automated market makers, XRPL's decentralized exchange focuses on deterministic execution and efficiency. They're trying to get me tongue-tied here. Trust line and issued assets. XRPL supports issued assets, IOUs, through trust lines. Key concepts here. XRP is native and does not require trust lines. Issued assets represent off-ledger value. Trust lines define counterparty risk. This enables tokenized fiat, stablecoins, asset representation. Trust lines are central to XRPL's financial model. And that is the end of part 1. I have it broken into 2 parts here so that I don't drain you guys too much at one time, and you can soak up the information and the knowledge. So on one hand, we're going to look at a couple of things. Let's look at XRPH, because I know he wanted me to look at their social media, their Twitter, their X, whatever you want to call it. They are on the XRPL network. When you see contracts, it doesn't say XRPL, but when you see the symbol, that is XRPL. Let's go get their Twitter first and foremost. One thing I like about XRPH is they put out a magazine, I believe monthly. Says Bala, I think he's talking about Bankroll, gave me a link to a video today about Witkoff. Now I see the light. Actually, if Flare is the real deal, it should be in accumulation right now. Good time to build a position. Yeah, that's what I was saying. All right, so let's look at the pin post from December 22nd. So the pin post here is from yesterday. And yeah, just as Gatman said, hopefully Gatman's still here. Gatman, let me know if you're still in the chat. Are you still with us? Because I am going over this for you, but for everybody, right? So we're proud to share a key trademark milestone for XRPH Healthcare with unregistered. With registered U.S. protection now secured across healthcare services, digital health technology, and XRP-powered healthcare payments, reinforcing a global trademark framework that includes the protection in UK, Europe, UAE, Uganda. Uganda is a very random ad there, with additional jurisdiction pending. And then we have this kind of full article written here. I'm going to come back to that in just a moment. It's got 27,000 impressions. It's only been here for a day. It got 75.1 thousand followers, followed by none other than XRP Turbo. Not surprised there. Of course they would. This was XRP News. This is a repost. This looks like the exact same. Okay, so this was 12 hours ago. So are we getting an update here? ICYMI, XRP Healthcare just strengthened its global brand protection with U.S. trademark registration covering healthcare services, digital health tech, and XRP powered payment services, adding to protections in the UK, EU, UAE, and Africa. Okay, so I just want to say one thing. It is always very difficult, especially before you're seeing a lot of this stuff. When I did my original pre-recorded video of XRP healthcare, which was a while ago, probably well over a year ago, it is really hard to know when they're about something, when they're really going to do something. I did very much get the feeling back then that they were really about what they were doing and that they were going to do something. Just the fact that they already had an app, you could already use it with your prescriptions. Like, it seemed like they had something figured out, like they had a working product and they were going to build from there. They even issued a magazine. I know that's not the hardest thing in the world to do, but it takes a little bit of due diligence and you got to care a little bit, right? They did have Elon Musk on the cover of one of those. I don't know if they actually talked to him, but either way, you can kind of get the idea that they seem kind of serious to me. Of course, it's a long road and it's a hard market, and they probably have a lot of people hoping to absolutely destroy them because healthcare, anything is highly competitive. So it's cool to see him still trucking along, seeing him do anything. I'm actually going to repost this myself because I've been about XRP healthcare speculating for quite some time. This is not like a big endorsement of them from me. Not that it would move any kind of market or anything, but I do hold some already, so I'm already in there. That's kind of what I want to say. If you want to see what I post, go to Crypto Ron with the blue check mark. That is @_ground crypto. You'll see my face in the thumbnail. Don't know if I have any impersonators. That'd be kind of fun to look at, kind of together. XRP Healthcare has secured United States trademark protection for payments. So they are really on one right now talking about this. I don't blame them. It's pretty cool, actually, that they have that going for them. And let's go look at their website real quick. See how much has changed. And right off the bat, you know, they have this XRPH AI app. I think that's kind of cool. They have an actual something you can use. It says HIPAA grade standard, operating worldwide in emerging markets. I do know that even ChatGPT and a lot of those have had to pull back on giving financial advice and stuff like that. Or healthcare or health advice. So it's interesting that that's like literally what their AI is, right? So that's kind of interesting. I don't know if they pulled back there. It says XRP Healthcare and M&A Holdings Inc. is a Dubai-based healthcare acquisition, and technology company focused on AI-powered healthcare initiatives and pharmacy M&As across Africa. This entity is legally and operationally separated from XRP Healthcare LLC, which manages all XRPH token and digital asset activity. XRP Healthcare M&A Holdings Incorporated does not issue, control, or benefit from XRPH token for digital asset information. So they're saying that this XRPH Healthcare LLC is what holds and has everything to do with the token. And this Healthcare and MA Holding Inc., which is a Dubai-based healthcare acquisition and technology company, are separate. I mean, they must work in tandem, right? But they are very separate. So right off the bat, you'll see that they have their own app in both the Google Play and the Apple Store, which is an AI-driven, M&A-focused, HIPAA-grade standard operating worldwide in emerging markets. They're partnered with CVS, Walgreens, and Walmart Pharmacy. So what does partner mean? I don't know. Like, they have a prescription saving card, right? And you can use it in these places, which to me, that's hitting the nail right on the head. I think there was... Follow me a little bit. Hopefully this makes sense to you. I think the rails to have a prescription saving card were pretty easy to get into, and I think it wasn't hard to be accepted in these places. Unlock savings of 80% on your prescriptions and medications with unlimited uses, accepted at more than 68,000 pharmacies across the United States. That's pretty big. Powered by XRP AI, your personal multilingual health assistant. Get free XRPH prescription saving card by downloading it today. So it seems like it's very easy to get into. Seems like it's probably free to get the actual savings card. So if you're buying prescriptions, you might want to look into that. So they have a magazine. See if you could access now. This is who they got now. I haven't looked at it in quite some time. And I mean, you can get straight into their magazine pretty quickly. Has quite a few pages in it. I mean, somebody had to take a little bit of time to put this together, right? If you are big into this, if you bought a lot of it, if you're like a whale, you might want to get this, right? You might want to read through this every month and see what the heck is going on. I think that would be smart. I'm not a whale. I bought like $200 or $300 of it when it was pretty low, or kind of first came around. And that's all that there really is to report here. It looks like they got some Fox coverage, Fox 59, so who knows what state that was in. And I'll kind of wrap up there. One thing I did want to look at was this. Come on. I don't want to accept any of those, but I would also like if it would go away. All right, that's really annoying. So in light of actually doing our due diligence, we're talking about the XRPL and XRP ecosystem. I think it would be kind of great to go over this. What do we got going on in the chat? We're going to get right into this article in just a second. So we got Flagrant Obtuse. Says, doesn't stablecoin render XRP use case kind of redundant? Stablecoins solve Nostrum, Volstrum, and wouldn't need XRP as an intermediary to settle. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Everything that I've ever read or looked at, or people who've talked about it, all say XRP is necessary in order for settlement. So that would be interesting to know. I fear XRP might not turn out to be the way we want it to be. I agree with you. Flagrantly obtuse. I don't know why I was having trouble saying that. Thanks for being here. Smash that like button and subscribe. Link to the Discord in the chat. We have a bump in Discord. We're just getting up off the ground as a new YouTube channel, but we are a close-knit community. What's up, TM Hustlin'? Thank you for being here. And we're going to continue to go into this. Chris Goss says, I hope everybody's having a great night. The saving card works. I used it before. I didn't save much, but it worked. Okay, Gatman, we appreciate you kind of letting us know that. So they have use case, right? You're right at Blues. No one will need medicine anymore because everyone's brain will be stuffed in a robot's body. That is absolutely hilarious. All right, let's talk about this XRPH Healthcare and what they kind of got going on right now. So XRP Healthcare today announced the continued expansion of XRPH Healthcare trademark portfolio, securing protection across healthcare services, digital health technology, and payment-related infrastructure in multiple global jurisdictions. Let me take a breath here. Is it cool with everybody if I have something to drink real quick? I hope so, because I'm doing it anyway. The XRP Healthcare trademark is registered in the United States under Class 9 and 44 with established regulation in the United Kingdom, European Union, and United Arab Emirates, and Uganda, just kind of thrown in there, and additional jurisdictions currently in process as part of the company's ongoing international trademark strategy. I mean, if they just keep adding to that, man, this thing is going to be very international as a company and product, right? Obtuse says, from my understanding, banks don't want XRP. It would create slippage between stablecoins. The lawsuit truly halted XRP. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of speculation about that, for sure. I'm not exactly sure what is true. I hear people talk very strongly against what you said, and then I hear people talk very strongly in favor of what you said, and we just don't know. I think a lot of it has to do with how you feel about it. Has a lot to do with if you hold it, how much of it you hold, how long you plan on holding it. If you're just trying to hold it through like 1 4-year cycle, if that's even a thing anymore, then maybe you're not as married to the whole overall narrative. If you're trying to hold it for 20 years, you probably care a lot more, or even 10 years, you probably care a lot more about that narrative for sure. He says, I hope I'm wrong, by the way. Yeah, obtuse. I hope it does really well because I hold some. It's always been referred to as the banker's coin, right? The one thing that kind of really keeps me holding it is I use it a lot. Not what I hold, but when I send money across platforms, and it's just super fast and cheap. Like, it costs almost nothing and it's fast. To me, that's use case. I literally, personally, somebody who's been in crypto quite some time, sent all kinds of different things, you know, between exchanges in different places, other, hot wallets, cold storage wallets, all kinds of stuff. I still always use XRP. I'll convert something into XRP, send it, and convert it back into whatever I wanted once it gets there, because it's like the cheapest, fastest thing that you can use. There are a few other things that are kind of, very close to it. Anyways, back to the article real quick. The trademark registration in the United Kingdom, European Union, and the United Emirates and Uganda were secured and announced over the past 2 years as part of a phased jurisdiction by jurisdiction approach. These early registrations established the foundational protection across key healthcare and emerging markets. I don't know why I'm trying to read this as quick as possible. The recent United States registration under Class 9 and 44 further strengthened this framework, completing a multi-market trademark perimeter aligned with healthcare services, digital health, and XRP-powered payment infrastructure. It would help if I just made this a little bigger, wouldn't it? The dual U.S. trademark coverage provides integrated protection spanning digital health platforms and healthcare software infrastructure, virtual healthcare payments, use case leveraging XRP-based settlement infrastructure, and pharmacy services and healthcare delivery models. This legal framework underpins XRP operating model and at convergence of healthcare and payments while reducing brand and execution risks. One thing that I see there is they're talking about actually using XRP-based settlement infrastructure. Of course they are. That thing is, again, super fast and costs almost nothing. I just find it hard to believe that even if XRP isn't what we were sold as far as the back end for all the banks and stuff like that, I see plenty of people building and using it. It's fast, it's efficient, it's trusted. Yeah, I don't see why people wouldn't build on it, right? If you're somebody who already maybe takes, credit cards and stuff like this is much faster. All right, what's going on here? So we will be uploaded into the quantum verse. That's hilarious. No need for immortal coils. From my understanding, banks don't want XRP. Yep, we read that. I hope I'm wrong. Absolutely. Blues guy, I wouldn't go there. I'm very married to the narrative, which I'm concerned may blind my judgment. XRP is from another dimension, literally. What? Yeah, he says, huh? I'm with him on that. What are you talking about, Blues guy? Meant to not only bridge currencies, but bridge different worlds. He says you're joking, right? Never joke about XRP. I'm with you, Obtuse. I'm not sure if he's serious or not. Dimensions A, where have you heard this? I mean, I've heard some very outlandish things from Riddlers and stuff like that, but that one I'm not sure about. He says we can speak about it on the Discord. Way to go, Blues guy. I see what you're doing, Blues guy. You're trying to get him to join the Discord. Well played. Well played. I'm just joking around, Obtuse. I think he might be serious, and if you join the Discord, I'm sure he'll let you in on whatever the secret is there. All right, so XRP Healthcare already operates a live prescription savings card program in the United States, accepted by approximately 68,000 pharmacies nationwide in continuous use since March 2022. This established footprint demonstrates real-world integration within the U.S. healthcare ecosystem and provides a practical distribution foundation for broader digital payments and healthcare incentives. Wow, this is a fun article to read. So the XRP Healthcare trademark is owned by a related IP holding entity and licensed to the group's operating company. So it's held by somebody else, right? In their probably big orchestrated way that they've set up this company. And it's licensed to the group operating companies, right? Including XRPH Healthcare LLC, which focuses on healthcare payment infrastructure, wallet technology, and ecosystem tools, and XRP Healthcare MA Holdings, which focuses on healthcare acquisition, pharmacy networks, AI-enabled healthcare services, and international expansion. Man, I feel like they're well positioned. One thing that kind of sticks out to me is that when you have, you know, a Joker smoker kind of rip off artist kind of guy, they don't go through this. They don't structure. They don't have IPs holding and then licensing to other companies. Like, they're just one weird LLC, and they're usually not very business savvy. This sounds like somebody who knows what they're doing here. I mean, again, in order to get these different, you know, jurisdiction approvals, you know, you have to put in applications and stuff. Like, you have to be a real person who has real stuff going on. You can't just be a nobody just haphazardly filling out these applications. You're not going to get approved. As part of the ecosystem, XRPH Healthcare operates a XRPH wallet. That's what Gat was just talking about. An open source, non-custodial XRPL native payment wallet designed for healthcare related payment workflows. The wallet does not store or transmit protected health information, follows a HIPAA A-grade standard architecture, design-led, not regulatory certification, and supports XRP, XRPH, RLUSD. Healthcare providers and pharmacies may deploy the XRPH wallet directly or build their own compliant payment solution using XRP Healthcare open source framework. See, that's very interesting. There's all kinds of like little kind of tidbits of information in here that if you're picking it up, you kind of you're building an image right now of what's really going on with this XRPH. XRP Healthcare acquisition and expansion strategy is being executed through XRP Healthcare M&A Holdings Incorporated, which is pursuing a proposed public listing on the TSX Venture Exchange in Canada. So they're going after a listing in the Canadian stock market, subject to regulatory review, market conditions, and customary approval. So, I mean, one thing I see here now, again, one thing you want to keep in mind is the structure of this business. I don't really know all the ins and outs. I only kind of know what I just read here. And what I've read in the past, if they do get a listing and that money flows in, what part of the company does that flow into? Does that have any reflection on the token itself? I don't think so, because back at their website, they said that they are separate entities, although they're connected, but like one doesn't control the other, right? So I don't know if any of that money actually makes it into the market cap of XRPH, but if it's integrated through their app and it's something you can pay with through the app and stuff, you could see some money flowing into it, right? And there's a lot of money in healthcare. Let's just leave it at that. So as part of its capital market preparation, XRP Healthcare M&A Holdings Incorporated has engaged experienced capital market advisors, including ARC Group, in shaping its public market structure, governance framework, and transaction readiness. Advisor input has included guidance from the ARC Group leadership, including its founder Abraham Sinta, alongside senior advisors such as Charlie Chong. These advisors' engagements are non-controlling and do not constitute sponsorship, underwriting, or fundamental commitments. By securing trademark protection across healthcare services and digital payment infrastructure, XRPH Healthcare has established a framework that supports future payment rail participation, integration, and partnership and licensing opportunities aligned with compliant healthcare payment use cases, including pharmacy and provider workflow in the United States and Africa. I really hope this answered Gatman's questions. I enjoyed it, even though it was a little heavy on the the legal side of thing with all the different legal companies and frameworks and stuff. I definitely found it very interesting, and I think that there's something maybe there. I'm already positioned in it a little bit, so you know what I'm talking about. All right, Dimensions A, where you hear that, we can speak about it on the Discord. Underground, I'm serious, man. You know about the D-Wave computer, quantum computer. If you do, then you'll know. I do actually understand what you're talking about. XRP is deeper than the narrative. Love it. All right. That is a conversation I would love to get a little deeper into. Sorry I'm late. Work is crazy, says Rels. Thanks for being here, man. I appreciate you. XRP codename, the bridge beyond, I think he meant beyond bridges and time. XRP was built to collapse temporal fragmentation and digital commerce and sovereignty. It's no coin. It's a time token. I know what it sounds. Okay. All right, we're gonna have to talk more about that. All right, let's move on here to where I wanted to go, which is to the XRP ecosystem and see what we kind of come up with. So the other little category they had one thing in it, right? So new coins, you got Horizon, and looks like there's some stable coins. You have this Quanso Euro and the USDQ. Those obviously Australian digital dollar. So like you have on the XRPL, you have like a lot of stable coins being issued and stuff, right? The digital dollar is up 0.7% as a top gainer in the space. That's kind of funny, don't you think? XRP at $1.86 right now. And what did we go up to? Because everything had this little bit of a pump, right? We went to $1.90. That was in 24 hours. I want to go to like 7 days. Yeah, it looks like $1.95. We just got back. We got very close to getting back to $2, about 10 cents away. So 112.6 billion in market cap. How many are in the circulating supply? It looks like 60.5 billion. Max supply is 100 billion. And total treasury holding is like half, right? 50% of it. That's pretty interesting. All right. FTX Holdings, that's kind of irrelevant at this point, I'm pretty sure. Made in the US. So really the only meaningful category here. We're not going to spend a ton of time on that. I just wanted to look at the chart really more than anything. And Melissa says, don't forget to tap that like button and subscribe to the channel. Join the Discord and become part of our community. Absolutely. If you're new here, I would really appreciate that. And then all of this is put together by market cap, XRP. Then you're going to have some stable coins, USDC and Ripple. USDC coming in with $76.7 billion in a market cap. That's pretty impressive. 1.3 billion in the Ripple USD or the RL USD. Euro coin vertible, whatever the heck that means. This is at $1.18. It's got 77.4 million. And then you get Sologenics. Now Sologenics was brought up, so I want to spend a little bit of time on it for the community here. Here's what it means. XRP was the frequency of synchronicity. The ledger wasn't built for only speed. It was built to hold quantum latency, bro. Okay, man, Blue Sky has got some sauce in the chat. I hope everybody is picking that up. If you like that conversation, join the Discord where, you know, you can always reach Blue Sky or me or anybody else in our tight-knit crypto family community. And we're all about raising that crypto IQ. So now let's talk about Sologenic. And we still have another half of our XRPL kind of breakdown in education. We'll do the other half of it in just a minute. So 55 million in the market cap of Sologenic, ticker Solo. 400 million max supply, and it's almost completely vested. 399.1 in circulating supply, million that is. Max chart says Sologenic has been around since March 5th, 2020. So it's at least 6 years old, or about to be 6 years old, if you will. Had an all-time high of $6.55, and we're chilling right now at 13 cents. So, wow, this thing has been up before. And if we kind of dial in more to like the 3 month, or actually let's go to the 1 year, you'll see we've had some little pumps here up to 54 cents. Then again up to 51 cents, and we've kind of pulled back. It honestly looks like just about everything in crypto right now as far as altcoins are concerned on the XRPL ledger, and also the BNB smart chain, Binance smart chain, if you will. Let's take a look at the Twitter. I'm interested to see how much attention they have going on here. He says quantum latency equilibrium. Nice. So 175.8 thousand followers for Sologenic. Says TradFi meets blockchain, issue, trade, and manage your digital asset on decentralized platform. One thing that does stand out to me is how much money and value they talk about being in real world assets. I know that XRP token and XRPL Ledger kind of really play into that. Seems like a great platform to use because of, again, how fast and cheap it is. So, you know, they say by, what was it, by 2030, Oh man, what did they say? I'm trying to remember how much it was. It was like 6 trillion? I want to say it was like 60 trillion, but I'm going to go with the safer number. It was like $6 trillion, which again, the entire crypto market right now is barely hanging out over 3. So that would be a lot. Who's it all going to be into? Is it going to be in Ondo? Is it going to be in things that are built on the XRPL Ledger? I don't know. Sologenic plus Texture equals Soltech. Sologenic and Texture are launching Soltech, the future of tokenized equities, in the U.S. Thanks to CoreNest VC Venture Capital for enabling this through their investment in Texture Capital, a U.S.-based broker dealer. So you can see a lot of use case with the XRPL. Even comes a lot from TradFi. A lot of back into RWAs here is just talking about this, right? I didn't even know that's what we were going to so much get into. But you can see this is one of those things, trying to bring real world assets, tokenizations, maybe stock tokenization and things into the XRPL Ledger. That could be a winning, why do I have a little bit of faith into it? Well, I have a little bit of faith into it because of just how well I know XRPL works. Now, how much it can handle as far as a lot of transactions going through it, that's a little bit different. So 527,000 impressions with only 175.8 thousand followers, followed by Phoenix, which I own like 100 of it somewhere. I, like a fool, had a Telegram wallet. What is it called, like One Wallet or something like that, and somehow I lost access to it. It really kind of irks my nerves a little bit, but I got to figure out how to get back into it. Luckily, it's only $100, but hopefully that Phoenix does well at some point. Just voicing my frustration there a little bit. Let's go to Sologenic's website. Again, this is RWA and tokenization and all of that stuff, but it's also very much TradFi meets DeFi, somewhere in the middle, moving into the future financial, right? Streamlining finance, they say. Advanced tokenization solutions for institutions. So I'd put this in the category of finance. Fireblock. We've talked about Fireblock before. Let's see. Just really wanted to see if this was the same. I don't know if this is the same company. So many of them have such similar names. Unlock the potential of digital assets with tokenization. Evaluate your business with the premier asset tokenization suite developed for global financial markets on one of the fastest blockchain networks. Purpose built for banks, brokerage house, investment firms, and exchange. I mean, you see the TradFi all in it, but then it's the fastest blockchain network, right? So you see the coming together of DeFi and TradFi. Manage, expedite access, facilitate, launch, maintain. Control of assets, custodianship, or reduce the risk of liabilities by enabling users to withdraw tokenized assets. CBDC tools, custom-built tokenization. This is just so TradFi. Powered by XRP Ledger networks. Censorship. On-ledger decentralized exchange. Fast and efficient consensus. Advanced cryptography ensures superior security. Every time I see the word cryptography, I want to say cryptography. Why? Why do I want to do that? I know cryptography before I ever even thought of the word cryptography. But it's the way my mind wants to read it. Sologenic DEX and the Solo wallet. So they have a decentralized exchange, it seems. Maybe. We'll see. Launch the DEX. I want to see it with my own eyes here. And here it is. Welcome to Sologenic DEX. So they're in the space with the decentralized exchanges. I kind of want to see what other pairs they have. So you can move between Sol XRP and XRP Sol. All right, guys. Do we have some other? Is that it? Is that all we have? It's just that? Seems a little bit limited, don't you think? You got quick swaps and pools. They have a solo card, buy with fiat, bridge NFTs. Okay. I don't know what the NFTs would do unless they come with some kind of utility here. So it looks like a launch platform. You can launch NFTs on here. Yeah, I mean, these just look like your run-of-the-mill random NFT collections, like very random. So, money-minded apes. Boy, I wonder where they got that idea from. Definitely not apes, right? Not the Bored Ape Yacht Clubs. They definitely didn't steal that idea. All right, what do we got going on here in the chat? It is running. It creates near zero temporal drift across all global nodes. That's not fast. That's metastable. It's a bridge between timelines because the financial systems are running out of sync, by the way, below 87,000. All right, thanks for letting us know, Camsta. It is realigning through XRP Ledger field, and its symbol, it's a fractional, a triskeleton style X used to signify cross-domain convergence, which is time value all encoded in rotating axis. Same triskeletal was found in ancient triad signals and interstellar signal pulses. XRP true future dimensional reserve asset. Forget digital gold, let that sink in. It doesn't store value, it holds alignment. That's why institutions are hoarding it quietly. All right, Blue's guy on the sauce tonight. You may very much be onto something there, but I think you're going to lose the average person. That's just how life goes, right? Okay, so we do have some other assets on here, but they're all, of course, XRP stuff. It just looks like XRP in a bunch of different forms. USDC, USD, a different USD. They have Core, which is, what is that, Corinium? Native XRP in RS or in RLUSD. So this is like, if you want to be in the home of everything XRP, if there's an XRP coin and you don't know where to get it, my goodness, this is the exchange for you. Which happens sometimes. I remember when I wanted to buy some XRT and I didn't want to have to go through, here's XRT right there, and I didn't want to have to go through anything all that crazy, although I know how to do it. If I can buy it somewhere simpler than that, it's very much worth doing. And so yeah, wow, this chart is very weird. All right, let's drop it into the hour. Maybe it's not. It's just very speckled. There's obviously not a lot of liquidity here. All right, I'm going to move on from this. Sologenic has a very cool XRPL Ledger decentralized exchange. If you're ever looking for something, it's good to mentally note that. See, I just mentally noted that if I ever need to buy an XRPL asset and I have absolutely no idea where to get it from, there it is. Word say no more. Yeah. Triskeleton, not skeleton. Oh, okay. Sorry. Oh, triskelion. That makes more sense. Sorry, Blues. Triskelion is an ancient water symbol, and it's the logo of XRP. Yeah, exactly. I've heard of that. I was just quickly reading it. All right. So that was Sologenic for you. Let's hop back down and see what else we find in their ecosystem here. It's Jeep, bro. You guys have not a clue, maybe is what he meant. Yeah, it is deep, but, you know, sometimes deep things, Blues, can scare the average person to no end. Not saying you're wrong for having your thoughts and opinions at all. I enjoyed that conversation. 39.1 million in market cap. This is Quorum. Infinite max supply. See how much attention they have over on Twitter. So 92.5 thousand followers. The smart contract for real world asset tokenization built for institutions, designed for everyone. The pin post is from September 5th. The first tokenized VC funded in El Salvador is launching on Quorum. And this has 80,000 impressions out of 92,000 followers. It's good. They have attention for what this is in the XRP ecosystem and stuff like that. Yeah. I think that attention's actually relatively good. He says, I know, I got it. Let's keep it simple. Let's go. Yeah, but I don't want to discourage you at all, man, because I love the passion. I love the energy. Maybe tease it and then actually let them come over to the Discord, and then you can fill them in a little bit more, right? Okay, how did I wind up back at their Twitter? That's not what I wanted. I wanted the website. And this is Corium. Let's see, how big are they in the, so 90 or 39.1 million. So you see how quick, I just kind of want to point this out real quick. How many times you have to click back before it'll actually go back. So from Sologenic at 55.1 million, which is the first kind of real project here. Of course, XRP at the top of that with like 112.3 billion. No wonder why it's like, you know, it's actually, no, it's number 5. It's the 5th biggest crypto. There's a reason. There's a lot of money in there. Corium is number 740, but it has 39. So you're moving quickly down into dismal numbers here. Epic Chain. We have this XSGD at 13. Crypto Trading Fund at 12.6 million. This Europe has 8.3 million. And you just start getting small from there. Here's Phoenix with 5.9 million. I can't remember what it was when I bought it. It's hard to keep all of those things straight. So anyways, let's get back to the Corium real quick. XRP is amazing, guys. I do agree with that. Bro, none will break my spirit. Love it. Glad to hear that. XRP was created before the internet. So cool. The super ledger for tokenization, built for real world assets and capital markets. I mean, you're very much here once again, built for institutional adoption. The big takeaway here is that the XRPL ledger, the way that people are viewing it, the way that people want to use it, aside from a handful of meme coins that have tried to capitalize on being the few meme coins on XRP, is all about utility. And you know, I really haven't seen many meme coins do well. Like, what's the number one meme coin you can think of on the XRPL ledger, or XRP ecosystem, if you will? Same thing. There really aren't some, because XRP and XRPL ledger is good tech that's built for utility, and that's what you're going to see it utilized for. Like Corium here, it's all about RWAs and institutionals and tokenization. Like, it's not about silly stuff. It's about financial big stuff, TradFi, big money, whales, institutions, you name it. That's what they're geared towards. This is Epic Chain. Now, Epic Chain has 20.3 million in its market cap and infinite max supply. Max chart says March 12th, 2025 was a token generated event. I don't know how long they were around before then, but they have moved up quite a bit since then. EpicChain.io, it has an Ethereum contract. That's the website. Let's check out the attention over on Twitter first. You know how we roll through these things. World's fastest growing RWA ecosystem built on the XRPL ledger. 137.4 thousand followers. So a fresh look at EpicX, the first perpetual exchange built purpose-built for XRP economy. It says the first, but Sologenic has a decentralized exchange. But this is perpetuals. Okay, so that is different. All right, I give them that. EpicX transforms the XRP economy into a global trading venue that combines institutional grade liquidity with frictionless usability, making pro-level trading accessible to everybody. This is cool. I like this. I like this a lot. The use case, 52,000 impressions out of 137.4 from October 5th. Like to see the attention maybe a little bit higher. It's not getting the most attention. Let's go to their website and see if they have a working product here. The world's fastest growing RWA ecosystem soon. Okay, see, you notice the difference between this and Sologenic? It didn't say coming soon. It had a working product. Now, it says perpetuals and stuff like that. It's very different. And the XRP cashback card. So they have a card. Earn up to 8% cashback in XRP. I like that. I like that the 8%. That's pretty good. It's pretty high. I like that a lot. I wonder where you can use it from. Is there a limit on its jurisdiction? Anything like that? Designed for a world. Reserve your spot. So it doesn't look like it's actually out yet. So I think I would come back to that when it's actually out. Love the idea. I love the initiative. But I'd like to see a little bit more of actual product put out, right? All right. We checked out their Twitter, we checked out their website, we checked out when they were generated from, the max supply, tokenomics, 20.3 million in their market cap. I think we covered that. That is Epic Chain, and I'll be keeping an eye on it. One takeaway that I really want to say here is that there really isn't a lot of big things building on XRP right now. But we got to shout out XRP Turbo. And it's under 1 million, 649.6 thousand actually in market cap. This is one I've had my eye on. It could absolutely be nothing. All right, not financial advice. I own a little bit of it. It's probably down. What isn't down right now? Turbocharging the XRP ecosystem with AI. Powering the future of XRP, hold XRT to create, monetize, and deploy your AI agents on the XRP blockchain. Again, this is kind of where you come in. They're small. They promise you the world. Do they have the tech? I don't know. Let's see. Underground, thank you for all you do. Love the channel. Love the people. Many thanks. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And I appreciate you, Blues Guy, more than anything, for always being here. Not more than anybody, though, but more than anything, I really appreciate you. I appreciate everybody who's here, all the mods, and people who love this channel. So Epic is a good one. Epic has a low supply. Let me fact check that real quick, boss. It says a low supply. Make sure I'm not mixing it up with something else. Let's go take a look. No, it has an infinite supply. So Epic Chain has a infinite amount of max supply. Now, you could say the circulating supply is only 30 million, and that is pretty small. That part is kind of cool, but the fact is they can issue as many tokens as they want because it's an infinite max supply. So keep that in mind. Like, they could pull 30 million more tokens out of their whatever treasury thin air tomorrow, and they could dilute your money by 50%, like that, like with the snap of a finger, because there's no amount. Right now, they could do that with a lot of projects, but they could only do it so many times because there's only so many tokens created. Right, keep that in mind. Yes, I'm skipping over a bunch of meme coins and stuff like that. I fear that I missed what I was looking for here. Where is XRT? Okay, so before we get into their website, let's go to their Twitter, because I want to see, I don't know why I'm talking like that. I want to see how much attention they're getting. So only 4,118 followers, right? But they keep posting that they're going to do something, right? So I'm already kind of in it. So I'm looking to see if they're going to do something here. So you got Bitmart. Again, one of the #1 places to buy this. If you want to use Bitmart and you don't already have one, I have my affiliate link in the description. Feel free to use it. If you don't, I can't make you. First Ledger, but it does support the channel, and I would appreciate it. XP Market and X Magnet, all things that I've like, maybe First Ledger, but the other ones, these two here, I've never heard of those. They sound like tiny exchanges. 1.1 thousand impressions for how small they are. Since December 1st, that's actually not that bad, but not really getting a lot of their name out. One thing I noticed is that they were kind of using like these grok generated pictures. I think it's cheesy. I think that they need to step that up a notch. I mean, at least this one's kind of cool, but yeah, their marketing could use some help. It does seem a little homegrown, which worries me a little bit. But they keep saying that they're going to build this better staking protocol. Earn amazing rewards and governance power to vote on projects. They kind of even bragged on themselves for rolling out some kind of staking something. And I guess you have to connect a wallet. Oh, I actually have that wallet. Look at that, Blues Guy. They use the XMan wallet here. Happens if I try to connect it. Okay, it brings up the usual sign in with the QR code thing. That's kind of cool. I don't hold mine there, so there's no point in doing it. Earn up to 25% APY staking XRT. Very lucrative, right? I'm still kind of waiting to see if that one pans out. It was kind of, you know, I only have 2 plays, and as you just saw, we just went through a lot of the ecosystem, at least the top stuff. There's not a lot of things to invest in if you want to like get into XR. XRPL ecosystem, right? And you want to get into some stuff, there's not a lot of stuff to get into. You have this Quorum, Sologenics, Epic Chain, Phoenix as a meme coin is kind of like the #1 meme coin over there that I'm aware of. And that's really all the big players here, right? Epic Chain looks like it's had a nice pump recently. I don't know what this XSGD is. Is good. I meant to say Epic. 2026 is promising. I got you, Melissa. Wishing everyone a Merry Christmas Eve tomorrow. I got my wife some Monad. Just kidding. She'd divorce me. Camsta, you're hilarious, bro. Don't ever go nowhere. I appreciate your comedy in the chat constantly. You truly are knowledgeable. I love how you post so many charts and coins on the Discord. Kudos. That's why you are the queen. He is definitely talking to Melissa. There's no doubt about that. I try my best charting. I like to say it's still practice. I feel like it's always practicing. And I like to put crypto information on there that might benefit the community. I really appreciate you, Melissa, for always doing that. I absolutely, one of my big things in the new year, you guys are going to see a lot more stuff coming out in the Discord and also on YouTube. I have a lot of plans here. Just have to get things managed a little bit on my other businesses. Maybe I scared obtuse away with my XRP crazy descriptions. I think so, maybe. Flagrantly obtuse, are you still here? Let us know. Maybe, I hope not. I try my best for the community. Thank you, sir. Hey, we appreciate everything you do, Melissa. And Camsta says that's messed up. Or she says to Camsta that's messed up, that he's getting divorced over buying his wife Monad. If I bought my wife Monad, she would have no idea what it was. 13 million in market cap for this XSGD. Let's go down to, it's a stable coin. All right. Ooh. I mean, what stable coin just is one this volatile? That's problematic here. And then 2, why is it at 77 cents? When you wanted stablecoin to be at $1? Total supply 16.7 million, but it doesn't say max supply. So like we really have no information about that. Yeah, I'm kind of out on it, but I don't know if it was pretty stable like this and you could get times where it's down a little bit. Maybe you could open really high leverage on it somewhere. I don't know. Good luck finding a pair where you could trade it, right? That would be hard. All right, so let's move into the IQ Raising Part 2 event that I have planned here for tonight. And we're really talking a lot about the XRPL Ledger, as I'm pretty sure most people don't really know much about the XRPL Ledger itself. I mean, people know XRP a little bit. There's a lot of people on the internet saying a lot of crazy things about XRP and maybe XRPL, Ripple Labs, all of that. But we're trying to cut through it and get straight to what we know to be definitive. XRPL, smart contract strategy, hooks, and sidechains. XRPL intentionally avoids Ethereum-style smart contracts. So this whole not really using smart contracts is done on purpose, right? It wasn't an accident. It wasn't because they didn't know about smart contracts. Instead of the ecosystem pursued, XRPL hooks lightweight protocol level logic, meaning that they operate a lot at the protocol level, right? XRPL sidechains are EVM compatible environments, so they kind of have the best of both worlds, right? Like, so they're able to keep a lot with their hooks. XRPL hooks are able to keep a lot of things at the protocol level, logic level, but also have EVM compatibility environments in which you could do certain things, right? Because you don't want to have no Ethereum virtual machine capability because it's just used too widely in crypto. That would really lock you out of a lot of different things if you had no environments where you were compatible with the Ethereum virtual machine. This approach emphasizes security, predictability, and minimized attack surface. Complex logic is isolated rather than embedded directly in the base layer. XRPL hooks explain. So the hooks allow simple business logic, transaction level rules, pre and post transaction execution. Hooks are written in WebAssembly, constrained by design, and limited in scope. This reduces re-entry risk, unexpected behaviors, and gas complexities. Hooks represent a conservative approach to programmability. XRPL EVM sidechain. The XRPL EVM sidechain supports Solidity, connects to the XRPL, enables DeFi and NFT experimentation. This allows developers to use Ethereum tooling. That's kind of what I was getting at there. Having cut this out completely would be kind of it'd be a shame. Let's put it that way. Interact with XRPL liquidity. Experiment without changing the base ledger. The separation preserves XRPL core reliability. NFTs on the XRPL. XRPL supports native NFTs known as the XLS20 standard. Key features: low minting costs, royalty enforcement, no smart contract dependency. This makes XRPL attractive for creators, enterprise use case, high volume minting. NFTs on XRPL prioritize efficiency over composability. Stablecoins and tokenized assets on XRPL. If you don't know what composability is, then I highly recommend that you put an emphasis on raising your crypto IQ. Keep coming back to the channel. We raise our crypto IQ in every stream, really, but that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is where we really go hardcore mode on raising our crypto IQ. We've had all kinds of amazing different topics. You'd really have to go back and watch some of them. You can skip through a little bit to get to the IQ raising event of the stream, or you can just stick around for the continuation of us, because we're going to keep doing these, as raising the crypto IQ of everybody across the internet and YouTube and everywhere else is the whole point of this channel. Stablecoins and tokenized assets on XRPL. XRPL has seen growing interest in fiat-backed stablecoins, tokenized real-world assets, and institutional issuance. Features that support this: trust line, compliance-friendly design, predictable fees. XRPL is positioned as a settlement layer rather than a speculative playground. With all that's gone, how markets are very speculative and stuff, this is kind of refreshing. I'm not going to lie. It might be a little bit why the hype and excitement doesn't get so crazy with the XRPL and XRP, but it's kind of refreshing as a design. Maybe you feel that way, maybe you don't. What do we got? It says, I'm sorry, I did scare him away, but man, that info I got coming from a good source. I'll stay neutral for now on, so I don't want to take away from potential subs, buddy. No worries, man, it happens. But yeah, keep it in mind to ease people into it, right? Because not everybody is on those deep wavelengths. I think he'll be all right, Blues. Yeah, I think we'll see him again. Hey, guys, Blue, he might have already just have left before that even got all that crazy, you know what I mean? I'm giving away Flare. Okay, yes, I'm giving away Flare. I am slowly and sneakily trying to get rid of him. That's hilarious. The comment about earlier, Manad and divorcing. Yep, got you guys. So institutional use case for the XRPL designed aligned with payments, remittance, treasury operations, and cross-border settlements. That's the biggest narrative, right, for XRP and XRPL that the average person would know about. Institutions value finality, low volatility and fees, network stability, and predictable execution. XRPL optimizes for these constraints. This is why I keep saying that people can make all the crazy speculations they want, both in favor or against XRP and XRPL. I sit somewhere a little bit more in the middle. I am not one of those people that really confidently believes XRP is going to 50,000. If it does, my bag is going to look fantastic. So I'm here for it. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate any of those people that say that. A lot of them have all kinds of very intricate reasons for believing this. And I'm not mad at them. I just don't really see that happening. but I'm here for it. I got a bag packed if it does. I'm more in the middle, and I'm more focused on the way that XRP and XRPL is designed, all these things that we've been talking about, really this right here. And I just have used it enough myself, the XRPL Ledger, XRP native token, to move money around across blockchain, cold storage, cold storage wallets, everything you could think of. And it's been nice paying almost no fees and having it be there super fast. If you've ever had to use something like USDT and it took a minute, 2 minutes to land in the wallet it was supposed to, maybe you got a little nervous for a minute and you weren't quite sure if you did it right. Always take small little transactions first, right? Make sure you got the right stuff dialed in. That saved me so many times, let me tell you about it. But anyways, it's nice that it goes quickly, and I know that it worked quickly, and I don't have to sit around and sweat. Regulatory context and XRP. XRP has uniquely shaped by regulatory scrutiny. If you don't know that, I don't know where you have been. This resulted in clear legal narratives, cautious ecosystem expansion, focus on compliance compatible use cases. While controversial, this also forced maturity earlier than many ecosystems. I'm not mad at that. I agree with that. Because they were under such the heavy thumb of the SEC and stuff, regulators, if you will, they really did move in a more mature way than a lot of other ecosystems that just haven't had those big pushes yet. All right, decentralization debates around XRPL. Criticism often focuses on validator influence, Ripple's holdings, and governance precipitation. I swear I'm saying that wrong. Let me drink something. All right. So supporters argue open validator participation, transparent ledger, and independent development. XRPL decentralization differs philosophically from proof-of-stake chains, but is not centrally controlled. Developer ecosystem and tooling. XRPL developer tools include SDKs in multiple languages, documentations, testnets, community-driven tooling. The ecosystem favors reliability, backward compatibility, long-term support. This appeals to enterprise and infrastructure builders. XRPL's position in border blockchain landscape. XRPL does not compete directly with general purpose smart contract platforms, high risk DeFi experimentations. Instead, it occupies a niche focused on payment, settlement, asset transfer, and institutional rails. Its value proposition is clarity, not maximal flexibility. So they're doing what they're doing, right? They're not, you don't see XRPL Ledger like as a whole, they're not trying to be and XRP as well. Like, it's not like one day they're AI and the next day they're gaming and then the next day they're finances, right? Or infrastructure or DePIN. Like, they do what they do. They are DePIN. They are financial, right? And they just stick in that lane. You got to appreciate that a little bit, right? Long-term direction of XRPL. XRPL evolution emphasizes incremental upgrades, conservative feature additions, ecosystem expansion via sidechains, institutional alignment. This makes a slower to change but harder to break. XRPL as infrastructure, not narrative. XRPL functions more like financial plumbing, settlement infrastructure, and value transfer rails than a consumer app or a speculative ecosystem. This shapes how it grows and how success is measured. Key insights. XRP and XRPL represent a design philosophy prioritizing reliability over experimentation, predictability over flexibility, infrastructure over hype. Understanding this distinction clarifies both its strength and its limitations. All right, everybody, how's everybody feeling? We went over quite a bit, right? We're rolling into 10:30. Got 10 minutes till we've been live for 2 hours. Hope everybody's feeling good. Hopefully everybody's hanging in there. I know it's the holidays. Maybe you're itching to go be with that family, that loved one. Maybe you got, family over and you couldn't even be here with us tonight. Whatever it may be, I really appreciate everybody who's here, raising their crypto IQ with me regardless. And let's just hop into a game for a second. Let me rest my brain. I've been talking at like 1,000,000 miles an hour. I feel like. I always feel like I talk so fast, but everybody seems to say it's kind of at the sweet spot. So I don't want to slow down or speed up. Yeah, she's not into crypto, right? Not a lot of girls are not. Melissa is definitely a rare breed. She might make more than you. It says sweat. That's hilarious. All right, let's hop into a quick game here where we are hoping for great airdrop potential that has yet to be seen. I do like that they changed into like a holiday kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Layout. There's a word that is not coming to me right this second, is what it is. And yeah, I'm just kind of resting my brain for a minute. I can't rest my voice because I do have to keep talking and keep you guys interested in what I'm saying in the channel. It's big pressure, guys. It's big pressure. I hope that I do a good job of keeping the stream informational, but also very laid back and like not overwhelming and not. It's like I want it to be high educational, almost nerdy, without feeling like you're a nerd. That is the goal. That is a hard line to tote there. Yes, it is hard to look at the chat right now while I'm playing this game. Oh snap, getting stuck. We are gonna need to heal. And they put this holiday overlay. I feel like they made the game kind of harder than it was. Open the chest. I need some health. I'm not ready to face this first boss here. Both? What is going on? I need something to drink. Had a lot of people kind of coming through the stream. It felt like a normal thing. One thing I think is that our topics and stuff here got a little bit too techie for the average person. I want to raise people's crypto IQ for sure, but I'm gonna have to kind of bring maybe more people into the channel before we go as hardcore as we were going. So if you were enjoying that, as I very much hope that you were enjoying it, kudos to you, shout out to you. We're still gonna do some streams like that, but I'm gonna mix it up. You kind of have to do like XRP and RWAs and like narratives that people are very familiar with or excited about or can feel like they can handle. And if we just talk about like a lot of really hardcore blockchain technology type stuff, we have a tendency to lose people here. Man, I need a speed upgrade before I have to fight this boss. Why no speed? I guess we're going recovery over time. Oh man, it's gonna be hard to not get killed by this boss. That's not cool. All right, so what's going on here? This has been an intense, serious XRP deep dive. I meant to say sweet. That's hilarious. You said sweat. It went with the emoji. You do keep it educational. I learned a lot. Thank you. Absolutely. I appreciate you saying that. It's been a tough day to trade. BTC is bipolar. Yeah, kudos to anybody who's trying to trade right now. Like, my instinct, not that I'm like some crazy pro trader, but my instinct is to chill and not get too overly involved right now. Maybe you feel that way. Maybe you don't feel that way. I don't know. But, guys, it's the holiday. The big boys are not in the room. What happens when the big traders, aka the liquidity, is not around? It's easy for people to move the market. So it's going to trade sideways, and the market makers and the people who care to be here, they're just going to wash everybody. I mean, that's my experience. You know, I'm not telling you what to do. You do what you want to do with your money. I'm not a financial advisor. But that part seems kind of relatively obvious to me, is what it is. do what you want to do with your money, right? One of the number one things I learned personally, I want to say early on, but I've made the mistake many times in trading, is over trading. You know, it's exciting to be in a trade. It's fun to try to win, right? It's fun to try to like keep nailing it over and over. A lot of times what it causes you to do is overtrade a lot and lose more money than you really need to. Try to force, even if you win, what a lot of people don't understand is you're trying to force trades in an environment where trading is not optimal. Like trading is just, you could save. Me and Bankroll and TM Hustling were talking about this the other day in the voice chat, you know, in the Discord. I was just talking about, like, a lot of times I'll chill out, wait until we actually get really bullish. Maybe it'll be in the beginning of next year or something. We'll have a time period where for several weeks or a couple months, like, we're bullish, overall bullish more than anything else, with very small pullbacks and mostly pumps. And that's when I'll do all my trading. And then I'll chill when we turn and, you know, we lose a few of those bigger time frame trades and we start kind of turning to be bearish again, whether it comes quickly or not. From that point on, I'm kind of chilling. And I'm not going to sit here and force a bunch of trades. I just have kind of learned this the hard ways, guys. You do what you want to do. Oof, I almost got cooked right there. All right, what do we got going on? That's funny, you're being attacked by Frosty, the evil snowman. Yeah, now I got the Grinch after me. Let's add some more projectiles. Let's add some more damage. I really wish speed would have been an option there. That would have been nice. I like that at least with the final boss, they stop spamming me with all of the regular mobs, all the regular monsters, if you will. I don't know. Can I get another upgrade in? It would be pretty awesome if I could hit some speed right now. Getting close. What sucks is that you never know what upgrade is actually going to be available to you. Ooh, he is gaining on me. Kind of the perfect speed though, because I'm getting lots of hits in on him. All right, we're almost done with this. I feel a lot better now after playing some DeFi gaming. Blues guy, you up for a round of Panzer Dogs? One of my favorite DeFi games here. And we have transitioned into the underground family hangout, where us and our tight-knit community of people, we kind of chill and just hang out. It's holidays right now. I think we nailed this stream personally. We did more than our due diligence when it comes to raising your crypto IQ, when it comes to talking about XRP, XRPL Ledger, and kind of hopefully giving you some insight. We kind of dialed in, because there's not as many projects that are serious on the XRPL Ledger. We kind of really dialed in there to XRPH, XRPT, Sologenic, Corium. What other ones? We looked at a couple other things that like SXDG, something like that. That one would turn out to just be like a very odd stable coin that did not look very stable. Precious metals are ripping. Yep. Kind of sucks because my BTC goes down when we dump, so I kind of have to trade. TM Hustling, man, starting to maybe see a little more about what me and Bankroll were talking about. That was the flaw that we were kind of trying to point out. Not saying what you're doing isn't smart, because what you're doing is smart. But it's also kind of a constant upkeep. You got to be on it 24/7. The minute you slip in focus or you're not trading for the holidays, it could hurt you. Let's play a few. I know, but it's a love-hate relationship with BTC. All right, I'm going to pull it up. Let's go ahead and invite Oh, where's my Panzer dogs at? There we are. Let's pull that up. Bang. All right. Says, I'm working during holidays, says the Blues guy. Oh, you're working all the holidays? Okay. Said, I think it's better you get attacked by the Grinch than the GTA Christmas Gooch. He chases you with a baseball bat. Okay. Is Melissa been playing some GTA? I was not aware that you were a fan of GTA. Haven't played GTA in a hot minute. I got to the point where I just got tired of the game. I just was like, I'll drive my like dirt bike around the hills and do jumps and stuff. It's like the only thing that's even fun on there anymore. Don't worry, guys. I know it's me. It's me who is not able to enjoy a lot of the games anymore, right? Yeah, Gamsta, of course. I was just thinking about saying something. So here you go. Get you an invite, bro. Says Melis Panzer time. It's only if you want to, right? Blues guy are waiting for you to ready up. Oh, he disconnected. Hopefully he doesn't have poor internet or anything. We'll re-invite him. Says I haven't played it in a good while myself. Okay. Yeah, I opened it one time for my son to drive the cars around, but because of the nature of what it is, I don't really want him playing that. He's only 8, you know. Try to keep some innocence for some period of time. And just waiting on the ready up, and we are cooking. All right, there he is. Let's roll. We got the Underground Super Team. Underground Crypto Super Team. We are ready for these tournaments, Panzer Dog. Come on, update. Give us more modes to play. Give us some tournament matches. Put some money on the line. I'd love to throw little $5 matches or $1 matches or something like that. It'd be really dope. Says I'm lagging already, LOL. Hey, it's that Canadian internet you got. I like how they like is it like a bot thing to dodge all of the like special weapons? They always dodge them. It's so weird. Ooh, if you're looking for that health, my guy, it's not available. Ooh, I strategically cooked him. He was done. Bang, bang, bang. All right, I got a little carried away there. He done. Blues guy done. Disconnected. Is what it is. Yeah, I love how he avoided that health at like all costs. Come on back. No. Cotton. Bang. Another one bites the dust. Melissa, you don't need to worry about it. None of that. We're just playing for fun. You're probably going to be better at it than you think you're going to be. But it's only if you want to. Like, don't bother getting on here and play, you know, and do it. If you don't really want to, don't worry about it. If you're only worried about like not being good at it, then, you know, hop on. If it'd be fun, then, you know, do it. If it's stressful, then don't bother. No reason to be stressed out around here. All right, we cooked them 10-1, and we lost Blues guy. The best thing about GTA is that I like to do is have my character sit down and watch TV. then you can watch other players go at it. I love it. Hey, that's pretty hilarious. Haven't done that in a long time. Invite Blues Guy again. Let's see if we can get him in a full match. That Canadian internet is picky. It's stable for Fart Knocker, but not Blues Guy. And I wonder how the stream has been doing here. Wow. So this has been one of the better shows we've had in a while. I was also trying to experiment a little bit with the topic today. I think we've been getting into some really techie territory. And I just think people a lot of times just don't really compute. They don't follow. They don't even come to the stream because they don't even know that they should come because they don't even know what we're talking about. It's a bit of a barrier to the raising the IQs. You kind of got to bring them in slowly on stuff that they do know. So things like ecosystem deep dives, talking about XRP, like these kind of narratives and stuff do a better job of bringing people in than like anything else. So we're going to be doing a little bit more of that. Bring up the subs a little bit, and then we'll kind of dig into the more technical stuff again once we have a few people's attention. We're always trying to grow. It never means that I don't value everybody who's here. It's just the name of the game on YouTube. I think everybody gets that, right? Everybody pretty much understand that. Ooh, cooked him. It was a shot in the dark, but it was a good one. It was a calculated shot in the dark. All right, come on down. Oh, you like how I lined that up? Fat leak. Got cooked, bro. Talking smack to bots. Alright, well, those shots weren't so great. Well, he's got speed, man. Come on back. It's not fair. I guess I'm going to fight this guy because he's not near as fast. I feel like that should have hit him. Boom. He cooked. Back to full health. 9-0. We're going to get a perfect game? Is that what we're doing? Boom. All right, that's a wrap. Said this stream was good. I was hooked the minute you started talking about XRP. Hey, thanks for saying that. I really appreciate that. No, you guys are about to go to the finals and the prize is Flair, Soul, and Manad. Hey, I hope so. I want you guys to win. Try breaking topics down like for young viewers or newbies in crypto. Definitely. And the thing is, if you look at a lot of the major channels in crypto, they keep it painfully simple, and it works. It definitely works. People who watch it probably feel like they're really smart in crypto. It's hard for me to watch, I'm gonna be honest. Some of it's just like so basic, and no shade. That's what happens when you want to spread a wide net and catch a wide audience. I probably should learn from them and do the same. But when it comes to interest, it's like very far from what's actually really interesting to me. And so I like getting a little nitty gritty. I think my community, even when I do some of that stuff, I think my community will always still be people with higher crypto IQs. But we got to bring people in and give them a chance, because just squatting up with all the people who already get it is not really enough to move the needle forward with adoption and stuff like that. And although it's a big dream, I'm not going to pretend like it's not possible for me to build up a channel that's big enough that it makes an impact in people raising their crypto IQs. You got to be optimistic in this game. And you also got to really believe in yourself. Otherwise, what are you doing? Will it happen? Will it not happen? I don't know. In all honesty, I've seen a lot of people with YouTube channels really stress themselves out trying to answer a lot of those questions. I don't think it's the right approach because I think it really halters creativity, dedication, and discipline. I'd rather just chill, enjoy what I'm doing. Obviously, there's times where, there's a stream and you'd rather play video games or whatever it is. For me, it's not video games, but I'd rather go to my buddy's house or something like that and hang out. But you got to handle what you started, right? You got to have some discipline. And again, this is the Underground Crypto Hangout. I'm just talking to you. Don't take that as some kind of sign of I don't want to be here or I'd rather be somewhere else. This is not true. But everybody at some point just has a night where, think about this. How many days have you been like, I don't want to go to work? Not that this is necessarily work, but imagine you had a job you really loved and you worked there for years. Yeah, you still have a day where you're like, I'd like to just chill today. Maybe I'm not feeling it today, but you still got to show up and you still got to do that work. Sorry, guys, I had to put my son to bed. He demands back rubs. I dropped. Hey, you're good, man. No worries. Shout out to you for giving nighttime back rubs. He keeping the family chillaxed. That family is ultimately relaxed over there at Camsta's house. And I think other people will find the stream episodes and enjoy it too. You did a great job. Can't say enough about it. Thank you, Melissa. I really appreciate that. I also saw the other day, Melissa, you had reposted my YouTube video onto Twitter or whatever. That was really cool. I appreciate you doing that. I probably should do that, but for whatever reason, I don't. I really should do that. Oh, man, I don't want to be here underground. LOL. What is he talking about? He doesn't want to be here. I'm not sure. Maybe there's a typo there. Maybe he said, I really want to be here. I don't know what that's about. LOL. All right. I think I'm good on this. Let's open our shop. It's been a great stream. We're over 2 hours here. It's the holidays. I didn't even think that I would wind up being 2 hours today. As during the holidays, I thought maybe we'd keep them a little bit shorter. That way it's not overly demanding of people. I definitely want to shout out some people I missed here. Zip. Zip is a new one, but I haven't seen him tonight, and that makes me sad. I did see him in the morning stream over on Lifer. Shout out to Zip. I'll do one more here. Shout out to Bankroll. I love the energy that Bankroll has been bringing, and I'm talking about people who aren't here. So, if your name's not getting called, it's because you're here. He definitely, Bankroll has been just really killing it in the chat and talking a lot of cool things and bringing things from other places that he goes and sees. And I just really appreciate that a lot. Trying to think who else is not here right now. Come on, I want that first kill. Bang, first blood. Took some damage though. Who else isn't here? Prime Minister of Japan. Not sure where he's at. Haven't seen him a lot. I wonder if it has to do with the holidays and all of that jazz. Probably. Boom. Got him. He did. Got him. Stay out of their range and just pick them off. Crypto Maniac. Oh, yeah, and Garden Warrior. El Cheeto. Like, where is our people at? I'm going to have to Mr. J. Oh, man. Hey, mods, can we reach out to a few of those people? I'll do some reaching out as well. But they're probably busy. It's probably holiday stuff. I highly, highly, highly doubt it's like something personal, where they just hate our stream now. But can we reach out to a few of those people? Maybe some courtesy calls. I would really appreciate that, mods. I am finding myself a little busy and overrun right this second. I'm switching to a totally different organization for one of my businesses, and I have to like kind of relearn it all. It's supposed to be way easier, but anyways, it's taking a lot of my time. If we could reach out to El Cheeto, Mr. J, Crypto Maniac, Garden Warrior, and just show them that that we care about them. We don't. You don't got to try to twist their arm and make them show up to streams. None of that. Just reach out to them and let them know that we notice they're not there when they're not there, and that we greatly miss them. That's all. It's not a pushy thing, right? It's not like I'm trying to, like they owe me something and they need to be here. But just want to reach out and say hello to them. And if there's anything I need to know, just message me, and I will reach out to them as well if need be. Says, all you guys are awesome. We love you, Underground. Hey, man, thanks for saying that. I love all of you guys as well, as we are a crypto family. And I don't say that tongue in cheek. I really do believe that. Maybe they were seasonal crypto peeps. I miss El Chi. I don't think they are. Like El Chi and Crypto Maniac and Garden Warrior, I think we'll see them back. Thank you, both of you, for anybody who you reach out to. If for any reason you don't hear back from any of them, let me know and I'll reach out to them. Maybe we can get something that way. All right, I think we did all the quests that we need to do here. It's been a great stream, everybody. Big love for showing up during the holiday season. Stay underground, stay crypto. I'm glad this is a dynamic mic because my 1-year-old is being so loud out in the living room. But what can you do? It's a 1-year-old. They don't know any better. I don't know why I even told you that. But everybody have a great night. I will see you guys in the Discord most likely. And if you need me, get at me. Also, Blues Guy, can you do me a favor and share my phone number with Melissa so that she can always get in contact with me via text? I would appreciate that. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Stay underground, stay crypto. Crypto Ron out.